Yeah, I think I feel better doing that when I need a timeout or I could use a timeout, right? It's kind of like there's a points in the game where you're like, you're just not liking it. In that particular game, we were up at times and then, when they had that run in the third quarter, I can't remember when this time was, but I felt the worst case scenario, if we didn't win it, I wouldn't have minded just a little break. I wouldn't have minded just, to get them settled, breather, talk about some things I didn't like going on. So that's the best case scenario. It's trickier when you don't really need a timeout or it's close and you might need the timeout later because it's tight or you're facing a pressing team. They can pull out the press if it's some teams they press when they're down at the end of games, right? And I like our players. Most players don't typically fib on that. It's like a reaction, like, just we go back to when we're little, right? When you're playing on the playground and there's no refs, and you're like, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. Right. And it's the same way with players. And there's certain kids that just know. And so I go with them a lot if they're like, coach. And even when we don't win it, I do believe the refs are wrong because the players, some of them, like they're just so earnest, and I understand angles, and you know, I've had one tell me that our monitors sometimes are too fuzzy, so I got to talk with us at Carver. I got to talk to Ben and say, well, let's invest in some clear monitors if that's really a case, right? So it's not one thing over the other, and I think with refereeing. Um, I try not to be too disappointed because they're going to make mistakes. They disappoint me often, actually. When I think, oh, that was a charge or whatever. So I hope that we can win some. Our percentage. Ben Lober, our video guy, he keeps track of how many we've won and lost, and he was having a little bit of a competition between he and myself, and he was winning by a landslide, meaning what we've done 6-7 this season, but he was kind of frustrated that we didn't win that one because he's the one that I went by Kylie, my gut did, but at the same time he said challenge it, so we were disappointed we lost that one.